right, lovely people out there. This is actually, I have no idea if this actually ever comes online or not, but let's say we do this. I am here with a beautiful girl all the way from America. But first off, because we are both coaches, we are both empowering women, but we live totally somewhere else. We live like on the furthest points you can probably do. No, not really that, but you know, you come from Buffalo, New York. I'm from Phillip Island, Australia. So yeah, it's now 6 o'clock in America. It's 9 o'clock in the morning in Australia on Saturday morning, Friday night. So that's pretty much our own difference, I think. I think we have a lot of in common. I can't wait to do this chat with you, because that's what we're going to do. We're just going to chat. We're just going to, you know, talk about all the cool things that we, you know, do or what we experience with others. And then on Tuesday, we have a podcast together. So if we do put this out there before, and if you see this and you have any questions, then please let me know. So just a little bit about myself. I'm Monica Alfing. I'm originally from the Netherlands. I now live here. I'm 37 years old. I have a beautiful husband and a beautiful baby girl of 2 years old. And for the rest, I am a coach. I'm a goal achiever and balance coach. I work with women. I do sometimes have men clients too. And really, my goal is always to, you know, to get balance back in their lives, to, you know, what you said too, that you just want to work with their strengths, to give them that power back, to give them, you know, that their selves back that they lost a lot. I've worked with a lot of clients that just, they have lost their selves. They don't know whether, you know, their spirit and the light in themselves. And yeah, I'm there just to support them, to help them. But on the other hand, I do a lot of nutrition, fitness. I coach people in that too. So it's all lots of broad things and lots of cool things, but it's just so beautiful. And I know you'll probably have this too, that it is so beautiful to help others and to help, you know, women, because women are a future. You know, we create life, we create kids. And I'm such a big believer, if we help more women in this world to feel empowered, to feel their selves, they will then put that back into their children, you know, and that's our future. So whatever we do, if we talk about health, if they are creating a better health for themselves, they're creating a better health for our kids, and they then create a better health for our world. And, you know, so it's all about the ripple effect. And I found that that's so inspiring and so important too. So yeah, so that's a little bit about myself. And then my beautiful guest, the mic is for you, my lady.
Absolutely, I love that. Beautiful. Yes, my name is Dayane. I'm actually originally from Brazil, but I've been in the US for about 8 years now. And I've been all over, you know, I'm a free spirit. So I just love traveling around to learn more about culture, you know, cultures and traditions of other places. I lived in Peru for about 6 months, training with shamans and learning about the sacred medicines there and the traditions. Recently, I lived in Maui to also learn more about traditions and culture and all of that. And just like you, I work with women as well, and I am an intuitive and empowerment coach. And I help women connect, I would say reconnect with their essence, like purpose, intuition, and so they can prosper in all areas of their life. Also help them with life, business, and yeah, just find that inner strength and prosperity that we all have. But like I said, there are a lot of times things going on within us, so we need to, you know, work on things and find a new perspective in life so we can move forward. And like yourself, also work with women like yourself, but sometimes with men as well. But I think working with women is very, very rewarding. And I feel like the more we help each other, empower each other, I think is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So we can keep growing.
Yeah, I know. Hey, tell me a little bit about, you said you worked with shamans and you are still, learning about different cultures and stuff. When did that started and how come?
That working with shamans in Peru was in 2018. My husband actually took the initiative. I always felt called to Peru, but he was the one who was like, I want to go. And then at the time I was working with my focusing on my entertainment business. So I decided to wait a little bit. He went first and he connected with the people there. And then once I got there, we basically left everything behind and we just emerged totally in this whole new world, and that was our life. We left everything behind and I spent 6 months there. It was very life-changing. So I had the opportunity I was volunteering, I was assisting the shamans, taking care of patients as well during their healing ceremonies. And then after about 2 weeks volunteering, I had the opportunity to have the experience with the plant medicines as well. And it's life-changing, it's definitely a lot of integration that needs to happen. And it's something that you need to be ready, you need to prepare, you need to respect the tradition, it's very deep. And I feel like it's so much to integrate that I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm still integrating certain things, it's like that, just like a reading, right? It needs to take time. It takes time. Definitely.
It's like it's a practice, and definitely because I don't know, are they, you think now, knowing about different cultures and stuff, do you think the shamans they do things different in Peru than maybe in, let's say, Thailand or India? Do they work different, or is it a different culture?
I feel like they can have similarities, but every place, every tribe, every culture is different, right? I think at the end of the day, we unite.
Yeah.
If we want, if you're working for the highest good and for a higher purpose, but everybody has different little things. But at the end of the day, I feel like we connect because we have this higher purpose.
So what would you say from Peru? What was the biggest thing you would say you got from them and that you're now using into your practice for other clients or for other people? What would you say if people listen to this, like if you don't have a chance to go there, this is something you can use?
This is a great question. It's interesting you said that, because before we did the ceremonies, before we even got into working with the plant medicines themselves, we had to go through a whole diet, and certain types of foods you cannot eat, like red meat, fried food, no alcohol. There's a whole list of things that you have to do. And I used to drink occasionally, and actually happened naturally, actually, because of that. I was there so much, I was there for a whole 6 months, so that was my whole world. So I got there, so I basically started doing this diet, and I stopped consuming all the things that we couldn't consume, and I stopped drinking alcohol. And I once and it's funny because it just happened naturally, and it's been like 3 years since I last drank alcohol, And it's funny because I didn't realize it was just so like natural, like I was like, okay, you have to be on a diet to be with the medicine, right? That's part of the respect, and that's part of the safety as well, because you cannot mix things, that can be dangerous. So yeah, I would say that if for any person, that the best thing that the takeaway I would say is taking care of yourself, eating well, being mindful of what you put in your body, of what you think about. I think it's body, mind, and soul, right? Being mindful of what we say, what we think, mindful of what we consume, all of those things. I think that's in keeping our vibrations high more than anything.
So you say what they do, and we know this, right? We know this as coaches, that definitely what you put into your body is something that is so healing and can be also so disturbing to your body. So whatever you do, I always, the first thing, even if I, the last couple of weeks I haven't felt great, it's still, we are still in lockdown. You know how this goes. You eat more junk food and you eat more crap, and you think, oh God, and you drink maybe some more wines here and there because, really, and but that's the thing. As soon as I feel like more sluggish and, you've got little pains here and there, the first thing I do, and that's what I do with my clients, you go to the nutrition. How much water do you drink? How much do you clear out? Stuff like that. And I think unfortunately, a lot of people, they would still go firstly to the doctors instead of going back to, what you did, like in Peru, what you see in other cultures. They first go to, alternative medicine, food, herbs, stuff like that, minerals. And so I love that you're actually saying that this is something that I think we need to listen to more, because that has been here for hundreds, thousands of years. And only Western medicine has been here for only, in that optic, just a few years. And luckily they are there. They still help us. Nothing against, Western medicine. But God, for most of the things that I have, with my issues that my clients have, as soon as they start, even with water, that's the first thing I said to my clients. And I don't know how you work with your clients, but that's the first thing. If any new client comes up, 2 or 1 glass in water in the morning just to start your day. And that's, that's the basic that I want everybody to do, because even that 1 glass, that is so powerful. It just cleanses your body. It wakes up your organs. It wakes you up, your brain. There's so much power in just these little things.
Absolutely. And that is so, and it's funny, right? Because sometimes these little things are part of our lives, and we may overlook them, but it's so important, especially when you're working with other people, reminding them of these little things. It's so important, because a lot of times it's not part of their routine. It's something that they need to be reminded of, and it's great that you're doing that. I think
is that something that you put in your work a lot? Like what you said, your work, you've been to Maui, you've been to Peru, you've been all around the world, watching the cultures, learning from them. Do you now use them a lot in your in what you do?
Well, it's definitely within me. It's, I feel I share with people whatever they're ready to receive. But I feel like, I have so much respect for all the traditions and all of that, so I'm very mindful of what I share and with who and who's ready, who isn't. But yeah, it's, and more than anything, respect for the culture. I think that is huge, But more than anything, I really like helping people reconnect, so doing little things, like I said, that is the most powerful to me, like reminding them to, if they have, a lot of people I try to help them with doing little like meditation. Some people never meditated before, right? So starting with a little 5 minutes, even 5, and then when you're ready, go to 10 minutes, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just walking people through it, you know. I see a lot of different people. Some people are, and everybody's in different journeys. Everyone has their own unique journey. You know, some people are seeking something deeper now. Some people are already in a farther away in their journey, you know. So it's really about taking the time with each person and really understanding what their needs are.
Yeah, because everybody is personal, and their journeys are personal, so it's different approaches that you do with everyone. I sometimes say, you know, with some clients you start something straight away, and then with some clients, you know, down like 3-6 months or so, you think, let's try this. Because before, if you tried that, let's say if you try to do one of the tools that with the other clients, they are strong enough to start that in the beginning of their, you know, their journey with you, and with others it doesn't work, or it doesn't work at all, stuff like that. So yeah, and I think and this is now also coming to the point of what we now in this world of non-vaccines, vaccines and stuff like that, and we're not going into a discussion now about that, but I think we need to listen more to ourselves or body, whatever you choose, but don't choose it because the rest of the herd chooses it, but do it because it aligns with you. So, and also don't, maybe, you know, as I said yesterday too, we all, if you choose for vaccines, you all get the same dose of vaccine. For me, that's totally not right, because you and I, we have different, you know, we have different weight already. You're probably 15 kilos lighter than me. My husband is 100, you know, but, you know, no, but I do think, no, but, you know, and then my husband is like around the 100 or whatever. And so he's a man, also different build. He, you know, he has loads of muscles. He's a big guy, different build, but we all get the same dose. So we all get a different reaction. And that for me is not right. And then we put them now in at 16-year-olds, kids stuff, you know, with all the medicine in the world, or with everything that you do, make it personal, you know, food, same. I maybe don't eat the same food, but as long as it aligns with my body and it's, you know, it feels good, then that's it. But don't just go with the flow. If somebody says, oh yeah, take that, but what if my body reacts on it differently? You know, I have a different dose. I need a different dose. I need maybe less than that. So nowadays I say to a lot of women, like, if you do get a dose, just ask the doctors, is this dose just made as a general thing? So would you give the same dose to a man, or could I maybe just, you know, break down the tablet, see if that already works? That already works, and that works, you know. And this is just, you know, about medicine, but you can do this in anything. So I think it's so important to like listen more to what your body wants, you know, and that's what we do as coaches. You know, you are not like you are not a PT that says this is your program and this, you know, is what we hope it works for you. And not all PTs work like that, of course, but it is a road, you know, and this is what you need to do. But then if for us as coaches, we listen to how their bodies work, how their minds work, what will actually work for them, stuff like that. So yeah, it's a thing that, yeah, I'm really passionate about, to talk to everybody. Do what gives you that balance, you know, do what works for you.
Yeah, and what they want as well, right? What are their choices? What do they want to experiment? What they don't want to experiment
Yeah.
is it's the same, right? So they can
Mm.
choose. You can say something, okay, would you like to try this? They might
Yeah.
say yes or no. And then if they say yes, you hold them
Yeah.
accountable. If they
Yeah.
say no, it's okay. They're not
Yeah.
ready right now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
And there's always some tools, and I like that you said meditation, because there's a couple of things that I think a meditation could be in a form of creating things like painting. That could be a meditation for somebody, you know. It could be art, it could be anything. Some people like to do yoga, and that's part of their meditation. So you don't have to sit still. I do think that stillness is important. So reading a book could be somebody's meditation. So all of that, I do think that, you know, we are here to show things that work for everybody, but in the form, it's different for everyone. Like a morning routine. I do think that a morning routine, everybody should have a good morning routine. You just thrive on morning routines. It's like a set time that your body knows that you're waking up. It's like you have your water, you have your exercise or meditation or yoga or all of that. And a morning routine doesn't have to be, I have morning routines of 2 hours. I have morning routines of 10 minutes, you know? So it just depends what fits in your life at that moment. And that's all different. But yeah, the style of the morning is so important.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I'm a big one on that too. And I think that definitely shifts that makes the whole day, right? How your day starts.
Yeah, definitely.
It definitely leads. I think I super agree with you. I think people, they should take the time, even if they start with a little bit, you know, it doesn't have to be this huge thing. And if they feel like they need more time, they can fit more time, awesome. But if they can use a little bit of time just to give nurture themselves, you know, self-love, self-care, it's all of that. And then after that, you're ready to start, you know, to go and do your work and do anything you need to do, really.
And these are practices, you know. It doesn't have to be all perfect when you start. It's a practice, like you said, you know, from your cultures that you've been to, like what you experience, like, and you don't have to do it all the same that they do. You just pick parts of it that fits you and fits your lifestyle. And because I want to talk to you about something else that you do, and that is tarot reading. So when did that start? So are you spiritual? Of course you're spiritual, but how strong is that? Is your spirit connecting with others?
That's a great question. Well, the tarot, that's been in the back of my mind for a long time. I grew up in Brazil, so it's very common. Although I never really, while living there, I never really seen the cards or anything like that. But I just knew, like, I was curious about it. But I didn't really get to see the cards until I was like my middle 20s. And my husband actually got his first deck, and then I was like, oh, I want to, you know, see this. But then there's you know, not really supposed to share. They say you're not really supposed to share your deck. Sure. So it's like, okay, so I'm gonna get my own. I'll get my own. And then it was like the same night, you know, like I looked at the cards and I was like, whoa, I want to do this. I want to study, you know. And at that time, I had no idea that I was gonna be doing readings for people. You know, I just wanted to experience that, and my goal was to really connect deeper, have a deeper connection, enhance my connection with my intuition, with my angels, ancestors, you know. And that was really my goal. I just wanted to enhance that connection. So that's when I got it. And yeah, I've also been doing trainings with a medium. So I would call myself a psychic medium or medium, but I also do trainings with Amin, and every month we do like a circle and we practice. It's a practice, you know. So I can.
So let's say for now, I'm here with you, and what if you do a reading with me? So how does that work, or how would you start?
So I would start with a prayer or a little meditation. I would ask, you know, to connect with angels, ancestors, only the highest good beings of light and love. And I would ask them to please give me all the messages that Monica needs to hear today. And I would also ask you to, if you were comfortable, to close your eyes as well, to meditate and to think about what you need to, you know, what your intentions are. So set your intentions. You're basically set your intentions with me. You don't necessarily need to speak your intentions, but you're working together, right? So a lot of people are nervous before reading. So that needs to happen as well. That moment of, okay, let's just take a deep breath here.
Can I just stop you there? Because I already feel, I don't know, I'm really spiritual in this way, and I already feel my third eye is opening up. I don't know if you feel that ever in your meditation, but I do, like, get like this, I don't know, I hope to point it out, but like here, it's a little bit, not like painful, but it feels like it's like moving. And it's
like tingling kind of?
Yeah, like tingling, but like it feels like there's a headache coming up, and it's not, but it's always when I'm going in meditation, it's always around this. And then I know I'm opening up for whatever comes to me. And while you were speaking, I knew you were already like doing your thing and connecting a little bit. So that was really, really special. I don't know if we could even show people, could we even do that now? Like, is that a thing?
Like pull some cards, maybe?
I don't know. Yeah. Is that maybe a cool thing to do so people actually see what you do?
Sure. Let me get a little.
Let me see. This is going to be exciting. And it's only, you know, she had so much knowledge, and like I've read your new bio the other day, and I've been following Dayane now for a while, and you know, looking at her posts and stuff, and she has so much knowledge, and so this is going to be really cool. And so weird, I already feel it, so I'm really really excited for this. Actually, while we're waiting, so I just got a message in. Wait, from somebody. Okay, well, this is going to be all live or live for us here, so it's going to be exciting. So if it doesn't work, you know, we can just cut it out. No, but it's so beautiful. I just, you know, said how much knowledge you have, and how much we haven't talked about, that you've been through. You've been through so much in your life. You've done so much. I'm like, far out. That would be so cool if anybody could just be doing half of that. Love it.
I think I have to say I love working with skeptical people too, because they're always like, oh.
I know, and isn't that cool though, that you then change their whole perspective and that you think, meh, haha. Told you. You can maybe do this with my husband, actually. I'm so skeptic about this, but we could.
But you know what, it is important though. I think the person needs to be open to receive. That's more than anything.
Yeah,
you know, that's really important too, that they're ready and they're open to receive, because you know, I've heard of that thankfully never happened to me, but I've heard of actually a relative went to get a reading, and then he was not like ready, you know, so it was like, no, like they just didn't connect with each other, I guess. That's, I don't know if it was like the people connection or what else, but it happens.
It does, and it has nothing to do with the person that doing the reading, that they are not good enough or that they're not, you know, it's just that connection needs to be there. You know, we are working with, you know, spiritual energies, we're working with energies, and if that's not aligned, then yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. Have you ever got a reading before?
Oh my God, when I was young, I got them more, but it's been a while since I had a reading, so it's going to be special.
Okay, well, a card already jumped out. Well, let's do a little quick connection, okay?
Yeah.
So if you feel comfortable, close your eyes. You can set intentions. I would like to connect, ask my guides, angels, ancestors, please help me receive all the messages that Monica needs to receive today. Please let us be surrounded by only beings of light and love and gratitude. May she get all the messages she needs to hear today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I'm going to pull. Just going to remain silent for a moment just while I pull the cards. I like to always, my main thing is tarot, but I always like to pull one oracle just to, I call it like the catalyst of the reading, just to give you a little. Okay, so let's start with our oracle. So we got spring, see your seeds grow. I actually believe you're in the spring over there, right?
I know. I just made a post because I was walking in the rain and I said, at least it's spring. That's actually what I did an hour ago.
Yeah, so the spring is really about embracing yourself, embracing your growth, really being mindful of what is it that you're trying to accomplish, you know, maybe cutting off some, you know, I always like to say, you know, let's say if you're growing plants, I don't know if you grow plants at all with flowers, you have to prune them, right? The parts that are not working, that are not healthy. When you cut those little parts, you help the plant grow, you know, stronger, healthier, all of that. So this is a great card. You know, it's just really embracing whatever you're trying to create, whether it's work, whether it's children, whatever it is that you want to bring to the world, make it grow. Like, this is like, go for it, girl. Like,
I love that. And focus and get rid of the noise, let's say.
Yes, get rid of the noise, because that is important for the growth, you know, just the things we were talking about earlier, right? What can you remove, you know, from your mind, from what you're ingesting, you know, in your body.
Yeah, and I do recognize that. Yeah.
But now I'm going to pull the tarot cards.
So can you tell what you do now and how many tarots you pull?
Well, we're doing a very simple reading. I usually do like 10 cards. Right now I'm just pulling 3 cards, and actually one of them jumped out, so it's going to be an extra card to kind of give up more of a clarity. But usually when I work with people, it's a bigger spread. So it's like a 1 hour, you know. So way longer.
We are.
But we're getting a lot though. So I'm doing like we can call it past, present, future, or you know, kind of thing. Recent, we got this star reversed. So when I see the star reversed, you know, there is this deep connection, need to connect with people, a community, you know, and it's this card for me is like, okay, I really need to go deeper. I really need to release things I'm feeling, things I'm going through. And I always encourage women to join other women and go in a group of women, like a women's group. If you need to release something, like you need to speak something that is like, oh my God, it's like, I can't, you could speak to one person, but it could overwhelm the one person, but if you go in a group of people and you get together and you support each other, you are giving each person just a little bit of the weight in your shoulders, and it's not going to be heavy because you're sharing with every single person.
So funny that you're just saying this, because I recognize it straight away, because I am now in a community and we are talking about, what's happening to the world with the vaccines, with all that. And we have this group is growing and we have each other's back, whatever the belief is. So yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. So this is like an encouragement for that, and keep bringing that with you as you feel this need to express yourself, this need to release, let go of these things, because other people can help when you communicate, when you whatever. Typically speaking, whenever I see this card reverse, it's like, okay, continue to express yourself, but if it's heavy, then you speak with a group of people, because it's not going to be heavy, because we can all share the situation. Yeah. If you like go to your husband and you start telling him all these things, he may be like, oh.
Yep.
So anyway, so the present, we got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is all about connecting with this deeper, it's like this young, it's like this young soul, like it could be our inner child, really connecting with our intuition. He's speaking with the fish, and there's this whole water background. We see more flowers. I don't know if you can actually see, but there are flowers on his suit. And again, like growing your intuition, connecting with your spirituality, and really looking at what is true for you, and finding ways to express yourself, communicating with others, and also finding your own flow. The blue is a lot about truth and clarity, and expressing yourself. There's a lot of material world involved as well, and there's a balance between trying to stay neutral, right? The gray represents like the neutral, trying to stay neutral in certain ways, but it's still, you're still communicating with yourself, and you're still expressing yourself in ways that are flowing.
I get it. Yeah.
And the near future, we got the Emperor. Whoa, love it. Okay, so this card is, it's an action based. It's Aries. So Aries is very like, I know what I want, and I'm doing this, like I'm not sitting around, I got this. And he's literally sitting on the throne, the Emperor. So it's really about, I feel your energy, Cora. You're doing your thing. So it's whatever you're working
whatever
on.
I'm doing.
Whatever you're doing.
Keep on going. We're going to the throne.
Go to the throne.
Yes. I think I needed that card. It's silly to say that I always thought, that because I am, like I will go for things and won't stop until it's there. But, sometimes you just need some encouragement, like, like where you do, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So on the good road.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of red for the material world. There's also orange, connecting with your emotions. You're not acting on your emotions. You're connecting with them, and then you're making something, even when we go through challenges and when we have, different opinions or different things going on, we can always make something bigger out of this. So this is really about standing your ground, you know what you know, you're doing what you're doing, in your path.
I love what you just said, not connecting with your feelings, but not act on them. Right.
And now we're gonna get the last one. That card jumped out. So we got the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is about letting go of something emotionally. So there's something that you're like, okay, you can expand when you let something go. It could be just for now. It doesn't have to be forever. But there is this feeling of a cycle. Okay, I'm letting this go in order to seek something that is going to be beneficial for my growth. And it's probably going to be beneficial for this, getting here, to the Emperor. So.
And that came back into the other card too, like the letting go of things in springtime.
And this is really emotional. Okay, so letting go of things that could be affecting you emotionally, or could be letting go of things that are like you're really attached to, but it may not be the best time to be attached to this because you're trying to expand. Sometimes when we hold on to something, it's hard to expand. There can be some sort of stagnancy there. But when you're like, okay, I know my goal, I know my vision, and I'm really going for it. So it's okay if right now I leave this thing behind. That's going to help me expand in this area that I want to get here.
Oh, I love that. Interesting. Thank you for that. That's something, and I'll definitely come back to that after maybe even this week, because I do feel that sometimes even when you do the reading now, then suddenly you see things and coming
Absolutely.
through.
Yeah, I can send you a photo as well. But yeah, that's a great point. And it's good to always go back. Sometimes things make sense, especially when I do bigger readings.
Yeah. And I just want to say this. Yeah. And I just want to say this to anyone who's listening to this, but that's, what we do here. It's, that was really spontaneous. And even that, so many things came out already for me. So I really, I'm really thankful that you were willing to do this, because it's, it's a quick connection for you then too. You suddenly need to connect with somebody and suddenly needs to connect without, having any that you knew this was coming. So I totally respect that, and I think it will be a really good thing to talk about this in the show too, just to show people what you actually do and how this actually works, or even in another post or a live that we can do that that you do this for an hour and then you'll get so many answers of that. So yeah, I think that's going to be a good thing too. Would you say, and I'm just going to get this off recording for now, and then we'll talk after that. So I'm going to really just thank you, because I just want to talk to you just after this about the podcast and what we're going to talk about. For now, for the last question I have for now, what would you say to people now all over the world what they really need?
I think more than anything, people are going through, whatever each person is going through individually, even in a whole situation. I think taking time to integrate, is really important, to feel what they're feeling, go through the feelings, share with others. I feel like more than anything, we need to connect, with ourselves, connect with others, really keep, all we can do is empower each other, is be there for each other, keep growing, keep helping each other stay healthy, in many ways possible, body, mind, and soul, and giving a hand, giving an ear to someone when they need to, I think it's just being a human being,
Yes.
just being,
Yes.
that's what we are in essence,
Yes,
So I feel
exactly.
like this whole world situation actually, in many ways, even though it's crazy, but in many ways I feel that people that united people a lot too. People starting to look at, maybe things that were taken for granted before. They're starting to value more the simple things, family, being together, connecting. So yeah, let's just continue to be there for each other and keep our vibrations high.
Beautiful. Love that. Namaste. Thank you so much for doing this. All right, lovely people. We will stop the recording here. Please go on Tuesday. Oh, no, this is going to be on, I think it's week 14 that you're on, but I will post that later on. But yeah, if you have any questions, then please DM me or Dayane, you can also, shoot her a message, or if you want to work with her already, then yeah, please do reach out to her. It was going to be amazing. I'm really excited for the podcast. And so that's what we're going to talk about now. So lots of love to everybody, and thanks for listening.